If you ever wondered what an artist did in a month, well, you're in luck. I filmed it. So, hi, I'm X-Art student. Welcome. I'm an artist located in Connecticut. I love making art, and I'm working on illustrating. I also love to capture the world around me, whether it's through video or photographs. Normally when I do these monthly videos, I show you all the footage that I've taken throughout the month of my art, exploring, what I've done, travel, etc., etc. This time I thought it'd be pretty cool to create a mini collage scrapbook zine of each month as well as do these videos. You'll see in the bottom right corner, I'm cutting out different photos or screen grabs from these videos and preparing to make them into a cool, weird, artsy collage zine. And I'm really happy with it. I'm actually gonna do it every month. I think it would make me pretty happy to look back on it all. If we look at the main footage, you see me walking through this place. It's an antique store in Connecticut, and they had these cool setups of older workshops or dentistry, medicine. It was so interesting. They also had a ton of stuff for sale, whether it was old shoes, instruments, I don't know, everything that you could name. It was so interesting and fun to just explore and see if you could find some goodies to take home to paint on or to just have on your little trinket shelf, as well as learn about what they had back in the day. I'm really into older things and learning about that, not necessarily through a book. I'd much rather explore an abandoned place or an antique store and try figuring out what each thing was meant to do. And it's such a fun experience touching things and looking at every angle and not just looking at a picture or a book. Like, these are real things that we used all the time, and now a lot of them are obsolete, but it's just so interesting to see a whole collection of the past. My goal for this thrift trip was to find something to paint on, whether it was another saw blade or just something flat and plain. Unfortunately, I didn't find the thing I wanted, whatever it would be, and the prices weren't right. They were a little too high, but it was still fun to search around. I'm just really grateful to find friends that we get along with and are our age and have the same hobbies as us. It's been a long time since I've had someone like that, so I'm happy that we have that in our lives. The next project is creating t-shirts. So I've always been interested in customizing t-shirts since I was in high school. I would draw on my t-shirts a little Pikachu with permanent marker. Then I painted on shoes and wanted to make that a business. I just found all of my old shoe pictures, so I gotta show them off here. I forgot how cool they were. Obviously, I could have done better here and there, but I'm actually pretty proud of what I came up with back then. Eventually, I got a vinyl cutter for the sole purpose of creating t-shirts and to hopefully sell them with my artwork on it one day. And I did try that, but the vinyl that I got, I don't know if it's because it's cheap or just in general the vinyl, it peels off after a few washes. I didn't like that it wasn't permanent, so I eventually looked into screen printing and I got a kit for Christmas. I was too afraid to use it and didn't know which designs I should narrow it down to, and eventually I did find some with my husband and I went after it. I used videos to teach me how to do the basics of screen printing. It went pretty well. I think I still need to learn, but you could see the full video on my channel. I had to pack an order for a coffin planter. Those are the most popular on my Etsy. And while I was doing that, I wanted to create art prints, and since I had so many mini art prints testers left over, I wanted to create them into little magnets. And as you see, I'm back to screen printing. This is because I had to wait several days for everything to dry, whether it was the shirts or it was the screen to dry or the tools. It just took a long time. My footage jumps around a lot because I like showing what actually happens in my life, so then you realize that these projects do take a while and aren't a quick and easy 1 week thing all the time. Of course we got snow. It looks so pretty, but it is so inconvenient. It clogged up so many places that I like to take my dog out and where I like to hike. But just because it was a snow day didn't change the fact that I still needed to create my art, have video deadlines, create new products, all work. I did enjoy doing this beading project. It was so monotonous and easy to just put colors next to colors, and I loved how it turned out. When the sun finally shone and it wasn't that hard to be outside due to the cold or the wind, I would try venturing out and seeing if I could walk some paths. Most of them were covered in snow, which was tough to walk through, especially for my dog. It was all the way up to her body. It was nice actually getting some fresh air here and there. I finished my beaded curtain that I put in front of my window, continued my daily sketches, and started using the heat press on my silkscreen, as well as prep a canvas for a new piece. Just because I did one thing doesn't mean I'm done. I like trying to prepare as much as possible, and this day I was preparing for a photo shoot to do with my screen printed shirts. I went to a bunch of places during sunset to see which one would be beautiful and which one was actually walkable with all the snow to get to easily to take a cool shot for a photo shoot when I had my models try on all the shirts that I made. On this day, I truly needed to be outside. I was working on editing all day or maybe screen printing, and my husband's like, just go out now, don't wait till tomorrow. You have the time, it's almost sunset. Catch all those places so then you could figure out where to do the photo shoot. It was so refreshing. I got to see beautiful skies, really beautiful nature, and just enjoy myself outdoors. I've really been into dynamic poses lately, so I keep trying to look at references through the library books I have, or going on Pinterest and finding some. This day we went to Mystic and got to explore what was going on in the town. It was Old Mystic Village, so a lot of touristy things, but it was cute. Week 3 of February. This was my week of burnout. Even though it seems like I'm easily able to create all of this artwork, and I can create a lot of artwork, some days or a whole week hit me of not being able to create. Anything I tried, I just couldn't push myself to do it. I was not inspired. I was worried about where my channel's going and my art, and I do really care about it all. I want it to be good. I want to be better. On some of the days, I just took a break. I hung out with my husband, did some word searches, went in nature to skate on the ice with my dog, and stayed away from art for a bit until I pushed myself and I was ready to actually paint. It's really scary not being able to create, especially if that's something I've done since I was a little kid. How can I not create? That is who I am. I'm an artist. This is my job. If I'm not creating, what am I? Eventually I sat down and I was able to paint. I don't know what happened. I think I just needed a little bit of mental breakdown and to get it out of my system. Then I was able to start fresh on this. I was scared to paint it because I had to try painting glass for the first time, a new technique to me. And I don't think it's a masterpiece in any way, but it's something that I created in my mind and I needed to get it out of my mind and make it reality into the world. So I guess that determination helped me do it. And it was fun after a while. It was challenging, don't get me wrong, but I'm very glad that I tried it. I think it really helped that this piece ended with beadwork. This is so meditative to me and easy. It made the piece look fun, and I think really helped it come to life. Usually when I'm done with my workday, my husband's also done with it. That's how I scheduled it. We'll just sit in the guest room, we'll make some art together, or I'll just go on a word search or play Animal Crossing just to wind down for the day. Something that's not going to use my brain as much. And for my Friday videos, which are more of my experimental days for art, to also just remember to have fun with it, I did this origami video. It was really fun. It was also really, really hard. This moth killed me. I cannot tell you how many folds I did on it, but I'm happy with how each thing turned out. Week 4, another snowstorm. I'm tired of the snow, but at least this was more fluffy and light and easy to shovel and walk around in. Next week, I'm going to make something really cool with some of my daily drawings I've been doing on my short form on this YouTube channel. But I did want to end it with the ending of me making my February zine. It was so much fun. It was such a good reminder of everything that happened. A great way for me to express myself, just really funky and weird, not caring if it's perfect, if it's smudged, who cares? It's just stuff that reminds me of February, or even if it doesn't, it was just fun to make. And we're at the end. Please consider subscribing, liking, and commenting if you would like. I have different social media you could follow me on. I sell my art on Etsy. If you want to send me fan art, remember to tag me or DM me on Instagram, or you can email me. All of that's in the description. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Have a good day.